Welcome back to the Edgewater Race Report, episode 26, coming at you. And we flipped that calendar. We are into November, but I don't know if Mother Nature knows this. We've still got some beautiful weather ahead of us. As always, ladies and gentlemen, I am Rick Bickery, always joined by Mr. Rob Winley. Rob, you got to be excited. When you look out the window, when you step outside, you got to be excited.
We're getting a break the first weekend in November, and it's going to be unseasonably warm, so we'll take it.
I know we have got a lot to cover as we look forward to the upcoming weekend. You've got some bonus attractions that we want to announce.
We got some good stuff going on this week.
So that's going to be down the track for us here on this week's Edgewater Race Report. But as you know, we always like to look back at what we had. So we say goodbye to October, and what a way to go out. Beautiful weather, a super stacked, action-packed Saturday. Of course, last week it got going Friday night tune-in test. Great turnout, running well into the evening. Now the temperatures they suddenly dropped on us on Friday, but still a lot of runs to be had.
Really quick. It was at almost 50 degrees by 9:30, and the track's just hard to maintain unless you've got a bunch of slicks going down the track nonstop. And when you've got bikes and street tires and everything working in there, the track falls apart quick. So we cut it off by 10 o'clock. It was going to be 50 degrees and just didn't want anybody to get hurt. Nobody messing with, no reason to tear up your vehicles or get hurt because it gets too cold.
And absolutely, and through the early part of the festivities, we were moving and grooving. So there was plenty of runs to be had there. You said,
everybody was doing laps, and everybody got plenty of hits on the track.
They said, play it safe, shut it down, regroup, come back, and what a Saturday that we came back for. It was, as I said, a double stacked Saturday of action. Not only the Halloween spooktacular, we had so many great festivities involved with the holiday happenings, if you will. It was also Racer Appreciation Day.
Yes, it was. We always like to do that towards the end of the season. We pay up on the top end, and we pay down on the bottom end another round. We had a record turnout in Pro. We had 71 entries, 71 cars come in for Pro alone. So it was pretty impressive.
Wow, that is awesome. Real quick, with the holiday happenings there, Halloween haunts. People come out there, they get festive for it. I saw some of the decorations, the costumes.
A bunch of kids dressing up. We had some adults with some great costumes too, decorating their carts and their trailers, and it was a good time. We had a bunch of people putting out candy, and we took about a half-hour break, and kids got to have a lot of fun and enjoy the day.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. But again, back to the Racer Appreciation, Rob, as we kick off each and every week, we look back at those that made that chase for the cash. So let's go ahead and review this past week's Racer Appreciation Day winner circle.
Yeah, these are the guys and women that take advantage of the higher money, the ones who won on top. First in Super Pro, we had a great race between Jason Negley and Matt Robbins. Jason was dead on the dial, but Matt had a little bit better package he put together and better on the tree, and takes home the big money in Super Pro. It was another great racer, highly contested race in Pro as well. We had Darren Pruitt and Ryan Butler. Darren Pruitt had a great light, definitely nailed him on the light, but Ryan put together a better package and made it happen in Pro.
He was hoping, and he made it happen.
Yeah. In Sportsman, we got another Pruitt in there. We had Jake Pruitt racing Doug Thompson. Doug Thompson's always up there in the money and does great in Sportsman. And Jake has a .003 foot brake in it in Sportsman and taking the win over Doug Thompson. What a race that was. And we look at juniors, and familiar names back in the running to win. We have Tanner Martin versus Emma Shepard. Tanner turns it just slightly red, so slightly red it was barely even pink.
Two weeks in a row he's done that, correct?
2 weeks in a row. This think he was only like 0.007 last week. This time 0.002 red to hand over the win to Emma Shepard. Tanner's a great racer. He's great on the tree. And, it's like golfing. You got to get it there to make it. So it's better to, I think it's better to go red and lose than it is to sit there and be caught taking a little nap. So, and then we finish off in bikes. We had a good turnout in bikes.
Awesome.
Yeah, we had Horatio Williams and Johnny Art in the finals, and Johnny takes the win. It's a 0.093 light. Horatio hits a better light, but Johnny takes him with a better package overall for the win in bikes.
Yeah, that is incredible. Hey, great to see that the bike's out representing you. You see him so often, such a great showing during the tuning test, but not so much during the bracket days. Great to have him there.
Yeah, it's one thing to come out and see how fast your bike goes on Friday night. It's another thing to go out and have a situation where they find out how good a racer you are when you have to hit a good light and put together a good package. It's a little bit different. So a lot of guys, we got to figure out how we got to convert those guys from Friday night tuning testers to Saturday night bracket racers and try to make that happen for 2023. So that's one of the projects this winter.
I know one of your goals that you're working closely with them to kind of help grow that audience and that field there at Edgewater. Also looking back, it seems like over the last couple shows, we've been going inside the winner circle here, regularly hearing that name, the family having great success, the Pruitts.
No, definitely. Every one of them's a great racer. I guess it kind of runs in the blood. They're one of those people that they can get in any car and do well. Some people just have that talent. They can just hand me your car, I'll take it out and I'll win. They're that talented of racers, really good bracket racers. They hit the tree right. They drive the finish line right. Can't say enough about those guys.
I would say I've run into them a few times, a time or two down the road at the watering hole. Some great folks. They love their racing.
Yep, definitely.
And then again, Tanner there. Hats off to Emma Shepard taking the big win. She's always up there in the competition.
Yes,
a regular there.
Great racer.
But heartbreaking, I'm sure, because I know how much he puts into it for Tanner, especially to go back-to-back races and just into that red.
Yeah, that makes it tough. Hopefully he won't let it get inside his head and be late on the tree this week. So got to keep it up. Got to keep swinging. The hitter's got to hit, right?
You got to go. Shooter's got to shoot, and hitter's got to hit. So, all right, as we were saying, we're flipping that calendar again. I don't know if Mother Nature has gotten the memo. Gorgeous outside. Looking at the forecast, it's going to be absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it's going to be
70s and sunny.
Yeah, they're calling for a little chance of rain on Saturday, but they're saying it's going to be late, like 11 o'clock, midnight on Saturday. So we should be good there for our bracket race. Going to be beautiful for tune and test Friday night. I mean, you can't. I posted this up on the website and showed the forecast for Myrtle Beach and the forecast for here, and the only difference is we weren't going to get any rain. About the same temperature, mostly sunny. It's going to be a great day Friday, and looking for warm temperatures, and won't be as much sunshine on Saturday, but we'll have some warm temperatures, have some great bracket racing on Sunday.
Well, let's kick off this, on the calendar. This is it was listed as a 2-day where we're going to have a little surprise announcement for everybody here on the race report. But we're getting things going. It is the final Friday night tune and test coming up on the 4th.
Yeah, we'll be moving. Next Friday is Cincy Street Nights, and we'll be moving. We'll start moving it to Saturday and Sunday. Saturday tune and test, and Sunday bracket racing, as long as the weather is nice to us, like it is this weekend.
Right, so really open for everybody. If you want to get those fun runs under the Friday night lights in, this is the time to do it. The final Friday night tune and test going down. It'll be November 4th. Tomorrow from our recording, whenever you're listening here with us. That's going to lead us into a very special Saturday. Again, Edgewater, the place with one of the biggest hearts, always giving back to the community. But this is something that's really cool here. It is our Toys for Tots Day. Yeah,
last year was the first year we did it, and I was really impressed by our racing family, how much they contribute to this. Everybody brought in a new toy. We had, the back of a pickup truck almost completely full with new toys for kids. And the gentleman that came in has been working for years with Toys for Tots, came in and picked everything up, and was really impressed by how much we were able to bring in, and very, very grateful, and I was going to get those out, to distribute those out to the people that need them the most.
That is cool. Now, I'm guessing just like most cases with Toys for Tots, we encourage people to bring an unwrapped gift, correct?
Yeah, they like to have, obviously they don't want to take in used gifts, unwrapped gifts. And what we're doing is our part with Edgewater to help everybody do that and spur that on along a little bit. Everybody brings it in, whether you're a spectator or a racer, you get $5 off your admission with each toy. So we'll make it.
There you go. A little bonus for you there. If you're there just to check out the action, you can save a little money. If you're there to get into the action, you can save a little bit of money. So yeah, bring a new unwrapped toy, $5 off at the gate for your entry there. It's going to go for the great cause. Toys for Tots at Edgewater, happening Saturday. Of course, we're back at it. Bracket racing.
Yeah, let's say tell a buddy, bring a friend, tell everybody you know to come in and help out. Even if they don't want to come and race, they can come donate to the cause and bring in a toy for Toys for Tots. Bring them in. The weather's going to be nice. You can enjoy it before the snow starts falling. We have this horrible winter that they're predicting this year.
That is great. Now, not on the calendar.
Not on the calendar.
We have got here. Hashtag Sunday Fun Day special attraction, Rob. You were letting me know a little bit about this before we hit the record button.
Yeah.
But for everyone else out there, let us know what we got going on. This is going to be Sunday, November 6th.
Yeah, on Sunday, we're going to have a test session that's brought to you in part by Low Dollar Motorsports. Brandon was awesome to help this, to facilitate, to make it happen. And we're going to have a to glue or not to glue.
That is the question, right?
That is the question for Sunday. So we're going to do one lane. It's going to be sticky, icky prep, just like we did a couple weeks ago on a Friday. And one lane's going to be scraped and going to be no prep. So if you like to, put your power header in slowly, or if you like to take everything in a trailer and throw it at one time, whatever's your preference is, that we can do. So you can come in and test. Gates open at 10 o'clock Sunday. The track's hot from 11 to 5. And when we did it 2 weeks ago, so many guys off the trailer getting PRs. And then every time they went down the track, it just got better and better all day. It was super sticky. And this is probably one of the last times you're going to have a chance to get some good time slips in and come down and support us. And thank Brandon for helping out and support his business, Low Dollar Motorsports. And come on out, and we're going to have a good time. Admission's only $10 for spectators. Crew members are only $5. It's $150 if you want to race the high prep side or the no prep scrape side. So either way, and let's make it a good day. And we're going to buy some pizza for everybody for lunch, and we'll have some fun.
Hey, you talk about a super hashtag Sunday Fun Day. You can't beat that there. What I like that. To glue or not to glue. I like that.
Glue, somewhere what's the country? Some part between loving it and letting go. Do you like glue? Do you not like glue? So we'll let everybody argue it out on Sunday and say who's the best and who's the best racer, if they can get down a bad track or get down a great track.
That is awesome. Also, a reminder here as I'm checking the handy dandy Edgewater calendar. It looks like we got daylight savings times ends coming up this weekend. So luckily, the world that we live in here, the clocks take care of themselves. But if you're one of those old school individuals, make sure you're checking your clock so that you're not late to any of the events, especially there Sunday or the events throughout the rest of the year. But Rob, let's real quick here. Let's run back down. I'll set them up. You give us a real quick on the details, gate times, when the actual race is going to be happening, when people want to be there. Again, Friday night, the final Friday night tune-in test coming up.
And the weather's going to be great, so make it on down. Gates open at 5, tracks hot at 5:30 for time runs. We run till around 10:30 at night. Saturday, we've got our Toys for Tots bracket race. Gates open 10:30. Time runs get started at noon, and then eliminations to follow. And Sunday, we have our to glue or not to glue track rental. And gates open 10 o'clock for that. Track's hot from 11 to 5. We will, on the glued side, we'll go every hour and a half-ish and spray some more glue, drag it out, and just so it's nasty. It was so nasty. 2 weeks ago, we couldn't even walk down track. It was so sticky. So
looking forward to that.
To have it that good again.
Looking forward to that. Again, 3 big days of race action. Can't ask for any better weather. It's going to be sunny in the 70s. Light chance, but it's overnight. It's going to be out of sight. So we're not even worried about that. Again, 3 big days happening at Edgewater.
Yeah, I've had people contact. What are you going to do if it rains? I'm like, well, it's not supposed to rain until after we're going to be done racing. So, we're in luck.
That is perfect. So looking forward to, and looking through November. Hopefully it holds out. We're going to keep running. We are moving the tune-in test to Saturdays, brackets on Sundays. Of course, next week we're going to deep dive more into it. The final Cincy Street Nights of the year. Hey, there is still a lot of action to be had at Edgewater for 2022.
Friday. You can't trust the weather forecast in Cincinnati for tomorrow, more or less. Next Friday, but they're calling for cooler temperatures around 54, 55 degrees, but mostly sunny all day. And I remember last year when we did the final one, it was 36 degrees at 11 o'clock when we were finishing up, and the air was just dry and crisp, and I think they were saying 600 feet below sea level, and the cars were absolutely flying. So have some fun, come down, and next Friday plan on the last Cincy Street Nights of the year, and we're going to mix things up a little bit next year. With Cincy Street Nights, it's going to be bigger and better than ever, and you can thank some people that are going to be involved in it next year, and we're going to have a great time.
That is awesome. Hey, looking forward to maybe on next week's race report as we're going to deep dive into the Cincy Street Nights, that final Cincy Street Night here. Maybe we'll get some insight on what we can look forward to coming up next season.
We'll tease a little bit. And we'll talk.
Leave the teaser. We'll get them set up for next week to talk about some of the plans in the works. But again, coming up here this weekend is what it's about. 3 big days. Rob, as I always ask you, before we get out of here, any parting words?
Don't tell anybody we're doing 2-day at all for next year, Cincy Street Nights. And I got a lot to talk about with our point system next year. We're going to do some revisions, and it's going to be really good. Everybody's going to love it.
All right, I'll cut all that out there. All right, so next week we're gonna have some little insight, maybe some secret intel into Cincy Street Nights, what we got coming up. But again, it is about this weekend right now, coming up. 3 big days of race action. You don't want to miss some of the 3 unique days of race action that you don't want to miss. But Rob, as I asked you before, we get out of here each and every week. Any parting words for our race fanatics out there?
Come down, put them in the beams, and we will see you at the track.
You got it. Hey, Rob's taking my punch on. Thanks for joining us here on the Edgewater Race Report.
Thank you, everybody.